The following story has been brought to you by StoriesToInspire.org.
I'll tell you an amazing story. One of my favorite stories is one that Rav Pesach Krohn tells about his brother. He has a brother who lives in Lakewood. His name is Rav Kalman Krohn. He's a big tzaddik, and he Talmud Chacham, and he sends, he arranges. He collects a lot of money. He sends it to Aniyim, Eretz Yisrael. And one time he arranged a few $1,000s he collected, and he needed to get that cash to Eretz Yisrael for an important cause, for a person that needed it very badly for a certain reason. And so Rav Kalman Krohn knew that there was a certain individual that lived near him that wanted to, that was going to Eretz Yisrael. So he says, could I ask you a favor? If you could please deliver this money when you take it to Eretz Yisrael and deliver it to a certain address. They need it very badly. He says, okay, sure, no problem, my pleasure. So a few days went by after the flight left, and Rav Kalman Krohn didn't hear from this individual, and he thought he didn't hear from this individual. He didn't hear from the person who was supposed to receive the money, which is strange. If you get $10,000 cash, you should normally pick up a phone and call and say thank you for the money, but he didn't hear from anybody. So he calls the person that was supposed to be the shliach to take it to Eretz Yisrael, and he says, were you able to get the money to this person? He says, honestly, I forgot, and I can't find the money. I don't know what I did with it. He says, I'm looking all over. I looked in the suitcases. He says, give me another day. Maybe it's maybe I left it in some pocket or something. The next day he calls back again. He says, I looked all over for it. I don't know where it is. The next day calls back again. Did you find it by any chance? No, I'm sorry. I don't know where it is. And, obviously this is not a simple matter. You raise $10,000 for tzedakah from going door to door or whatever, and, or getting Gevirim to trust you with money, and then you just it just vanishes like that. It's very, very upsetting, to say the least. And now this person was coming back to America. And now what do? If you're a Kalman Krohn, I think what most of us would do is we would start arranging for Din Torah, getting certain dayanim involved, getting rabbanim involved, at least giving him the dirtiest look that you possibly can when you see him first. That's, I think, that's definitely probably what I would do. Just like, how could you do this to me? Like, how? I'll tell you what he did, though. He did a different approach. When the person came back from his trip and he made it to the front door of his house in America, Rav Kalman Krohn was there to greet him. And Rav Kalman Krohn was holding a cake. And on the cake were the words, Hineni noisei lecha es brisi shalom. I'm giving you my covenant of peace. It's the most amazing thing in the world. How what he did was so brilliant. He could have made it the worst, ugliest moment, but he made it the most beautiful. He turned the whole thing around. Instead of making machlekes and getting all your people together and starting, I want to make peace with you. I don't want machlekes with you. I want to just do the right thing. Let's just get along. Let's not let this get between us. That's a perfectly timed act. Perfectly timed. Right when it could be the worst. Vayiach yatsa Yaakov. That's the time to do things right.
Enjoyed this story? Come again. Bring a friend. StoriesToInspire.org